the shadows we reside, cracking codes to flip the tide. Zeros and ones our battle cry. System fall, we watch them die. Hack the gap, no turning back. Red meets blue in the cyber attack. Firewall burns, the signals cracked. Hack the gap, yeah.
I'm Zealot45, and you're tuned in to Hak-Attack, Tactical Threat Briefing Mode, Full Spectrum. Sarah Pike's on the other end. Sarah, you read me?
Loud and clear. And honestly, not sure if I'm more nervous or annoyed at the moment with the latest batch of hacks. Digital wild feels a little tame for describing the threat landscape in, July 2025?
Yeah, wild is generous. We're looking at nearly 16 billion credentials dumped in the open. That's everything from Google to government VPNs up for grabs. Ransomware hammered M&S for weeks. Cost them what? 300 million pounds? Kids barely out of high school running extortion ops on British retailers.
And it's not just old-school ransomware. You've got AI-powered phishing, ransomware as a service that anyone can subscribe to, and deepfake voice scams. Remember the Qantas breach? Social engineering a help desk with a fake cloned voice. SIM swapping a call center rep. Suddenly, 6 million customer records are out the door.
What's wild is that so much of this starts with really basic gaps. Click a phishing link, don't patch a vendor system, boom, you've got kids running arrest-level ransomware on Fortune 500 companies. I'm just saying, privacy hygiene isn't enough anymore. You need multi-layered defenses or you're gonna get steamrolled.
Absolutely. It's not just about having a password manager or using incognito mode. These attacks are multiplying and evolving. If you're not stepping up your threat model, you're not safe. That's the baseline for 2025. All right, so let's bite into the tough bit. Pretty much every privacy article cushions. There's no such thing as absolute anonymity online. None. Zip. Zero. No matter how many extensions you install or how hard you try, you're still bleeding some digital trace somewhere.
I'll double down on that. Your ISP knows what VPN you connect to. VPNs can log. Incognito mode just pretends to help. It'll wipe your history locally, but your browser, your network admin, even your coffee shop Wi-Fi owner can still see plenty. Government subpoenas, cloud provider logs, and especially metadata, those never lie. I once tracked a scam ring through a JPEG's metadata. Guy thought he stripped everything, forgot the auto geotag in the photo. 10 people rolled up with one trace.
And that's not even getting into all the behavioral tracking, browser fingerprints, cross-device IDs, even the way you scroll or click. At best, we're talking risk reduction, not invisibility. That means the smart play is accepting reduction as a goal and layering tools to minimize exposure, not chasing perfection.
Okay, let's get tactical. Start with the stuff in your hand. Phones, laptops, tablets. 32% of all cyber attacks last year hit unpatched vulnerabilities. That's just criminal laziness on the defender's part.
Yeah, look, auto updates aren't a suggestion. They're your line in the sand. But you can't stop at updates. Set an actual passcode or biometric lock on every device. Turn on auto wipe if someone keeps getting the code wrong. And if you ever lose a device, immediately trigger a remote lock or wipe. Don't think, just act.
Quick war story. 2024, a small Midwest factory gets hit with ransomware. Turns out, their operational tech system hadn't had a patch in 6 months. Unpatched server, easy exploit, entire OT network locked. The ransom? Not paid. Recovery? $1.5 million out the door. Most of it cleanup and lost revenue. Don't be that factory. Patch everything. And if your device offers hardware-level encryption, for the love of entropy, turn it on.
That's a headache even before legal troubles show up at your door because your sloppy device put client data at risk. This is digital adulthood. Update, encrypt, lockdown. All right, let's move up the stack. Browsers. If you're still on Chrome or Edge, you're basically giving away your life's narrative for ad dollars. Go with Firefox, Brave, or Tor for everyday use. Install extensions like Privacy Badger, uBlock Origin, NoScript, and for the HTTPS upgrade, Smart HTTPS or HTTPS everywhere. That's literally the bare minimum if you care about privacy.
And de-Google your search. Stop using the big engines that track and profile you. DuckDuckGo or Startpage won't log your searches and they strip out the junk. That's what we want. I always run dual browser protocol, one browser for personal, another for professional or high-risk stuff. That way, cookies and fingerprints don't bleed over. Compartmentalize your identities and logins. It's incredibly effective for OPSEC.
I used to think it was overkill, but honestly, the browser is where most of your digital exposure happens anyway. Stick to privacy-first tools. And seriously, try going a week without Google services. It'll show you exactly what's leaking from your daily habits.
Stacking layers is next. VPN, onion routing, and proxies. But be realistic. A VPN masks your traffic from your ISP, but now your VPN sees everything. Unless it's a true zero-log provider, and don't just believe their marketing, the data trail remains. NordVPN was breached, so even trusted names have had issues. Tor is more private, but it's slow and may attract attention just for using it. Layered defense means VPN first, then Tor, maybe a proxy on top for a specific purpose.
And when it comes to physical network traces, your MAC address is basically your hardware name badge. Spoof it whenever you jump on public Wi-Fi. That makes casual tracking harder, but nothing's foolproof. Remember, websites you visit and VPNs you use still leave traces. It's not a total cloak of invisibility.
Exactly. Layer tools, but also understand the limits. The goal is to build friction and force a higher price for anyone trying to dig you up.
Let's talk about the real monsters. Cookies, trackers, browser fingerprinting. They aggregate your identity in ways users barely even notice. Little crumbs everywhere add up to a whole cake.
Block third-party cookies in every browser. Go further. Run uBlock Origin, Ghostery, Privacy Badger. These extensions eat up ad trackers alive. Do regular cookie purges and clear old session tokens. One fun demo. Go to webk.robinlinus.com. The second you load that page, you'll see what your browser leaks by default. It's more than you'd ever want to know.
If you're still not convinced, just remember that every tracker and every ad is a potential attack surface. Clean up regularly. Disable what you can. And don't trust do not track flags. It's just a polite request websites ignore.
Here's your keys to the kingdom. Password, health, and authentication. You need a password manager. No debate. Unique, random passwords for every site. Use Have I Been Pwned to check if you've been compromised. Rotate bad ones. No mercy for using the same login twice.
App-based 2FA is the way to go. Ditch SMS-based verification completely. Scattered spider and Qantas attacks, SIM swapping and vishing blew right past SMS second factors. Switch over to apps like Authy or hardware tokens, YubiKey, Titan Security Key. And if you can opt for passkeys, go for it. That's the direction we're headed. Phishing resistance. Nothing for threat actors to intercept.
Passwordless authentication through FIDO2 or similar is the endgame, but take every incremental step you can now. If in doubt, audit everything and rotate credentials the minute you hear about a breach.
Messaging and email. This is where the human element gets most people. If you're not using end-to-end encrypted messaging, Signal, Session, Wire, Threema, you're doing it wrong. But, and this is important, each of those options comes with a trade-off. Centralized servers mean they could log metadata. Relying on phone numbers is another leak. My go-to lately is Session. No phone number, no central server. Just a heads up that no tool is perfect, but you have to pick your battles.
For email, use disposable or alias addresses everywhere. ProtonMail, Tutanota, Gorilla Mail. Sign up for services you don't want following home. Never expose a real-life or work address on public forums, apps, or anything remotely sketchy. That address is a skeleton key for phishing and scams.
You'd be shocked at how much gets cross-pollinated just from a single email address leak. Use throwaways, rotate them, and segment communications. That's how you keep your main self untouched.
Alright, social media. Here's a hard truth. Anything you post can and will be used against you by threat actors, recruiters, or employers. Metadata, geotags, casual likes. One big aggregation engine. Limit personal info, scrub your profile, and review privacy settings obsessively. When you can, use aliases or even burn accounts for high-risk interactions.
It's wild how seemingly innocent information can be stitched together to build a target profile. That Indian engineer who lost nearly 5 lakh, or the US veteran scammed out of over 100,000? They didn't overshare on purpose. Scammers just pieced together the open threads on platforms. The less you post, the less you risk. Period.
And don't forget the cloud angle. If it's not zero-knowledge encrypted, assume some Silicon Valley intern could peek if the legal department says so. Don't store anything essential in plain, off-the-shelf cloud drives if you care about privacy.
Okay, final lap. Public Wi-Fi and the scam factory. Basic rules. Never log into sensitive accounts on public Wi-Fi, period. If you absolutely must, always connect through a VPN or Tor, and verify the network SSID before connecting. Evil twins happen all the time, and honestly, sometimes just wait for a safer connection if it's private stuff.
Scam-wise, pig-butchering crypto scams, squishing those QR code phishing ploys are blowing up. Never trust unsolicited crypto advisors. Always reverse image search profile pics and inspect every job or KYC request critically. If urgency is the pitch, step back, demand verification, and never send documents to strangers on the web. Remember, 2% of QR scans now contain malware, and job scams are everywhere.
So let's bring this all back around. Every point here is meant to make you harder to target, not invisible. Build layers, shed what you don't need, and keep adapting. Online safety isn't a finish line, it's a moving target.
My operational mantra: patch, audit, lockdown. And when in doubt, paranoia is the best asset you have. Don't engage with urgency, demand verification. Never apologize for skepticism. That's the Hak-Attack playbook. Sarah, any last bits before we ghost out?
Nah, just take one new step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. And hey, if you made it this far, you're already on the right track. Catch everyone next time?
Always. Stay patched, not pwned. Sarah, see you in the next ops briefing.
Later, Zealot. Take care, everyone.
Filtered whispers, a data stream. Codes the canvas, paint the scheme. We're the ghosts inside the machine. Nothing's safe, not even your dream.